Greetings, I am Disciple Stitch. I'm here with a prospect, and we're gonna go visit a Catholic Mass. It's gonna be a good time.
Practicing that with so before we begin Mass this evening, we're running through the Latin Mass responses.
You got this? And when I see and this, thank goodness it doesn't happen that much, but when you're driving on the highway and somebody throws that Burger King bag out the window, I am enraged. I can vision myself stopping my car, getting that Burger King bag, running them down, pushing them off the road, opening the window. Did you lose this?
Honor of your majesty, may profit us for salvation, through Christ our Lord. Amen. The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. Lift up your hearts.
To you, the most merciful Father, we make humble prayer and petition through Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord, that you accept and bless these gifts, these offerings, these holy and unblemished sacrifices, which we offer you firstly for your holy Catholic Church. Be pleased to grant her peace, to guard, unite, and govern her throughout the whole world, together with your servant Francis our Pope, and Andrew our Bishop, and all those who hold into the truth and on the Catholic and Apostolic faith. Remember, Lord, your servants.
Prospects don't understand anything. Oh, we gotta go. Taking communion.
Body of Christ.
Sinner. Huh? There he is, huh? The angels are rejoicing.
Does this church believe in communion of the saints? So that's part of the thing. So like, what does that mean to you?
So the communion of saints is basically.
Ooh, I like this.
You like what?
That's a good question.
I mean, it's basically it's what it is. So each saint has their own purpose in the Catholic religion. So each one. So one of the biggest misconceptions is everybody thinks that okay, I'm praying to this saint for whatever, instead of just praying to God for something.
I didn't think you guys did that.
So it's So it's basically like intercessory prayer. It's like so asking us to pray for you to do
Right.
something. So that's what the saints do.
Okay.
And it's
I never
basically
knew
the same
that.
thing with Mary. That's why they're,
Okay.
you know, even they say stuff and everybody's like, oh, you know, that's why nobody likes Catholics because you know they pray to Mary. Well, it's the same thing as like asking one of us to pray for you.
I didn't think you guys prayed to Mary. I never heard that.
I thought you prayed to Mary.
Yeah, the Holy Rosary, dude. It's all about Mary, Mother of God.
That's yeah, but
that one there.
Right, but you're
so you're
repeating
saying Hail
what
Mary.
Yeah, Hail Mary,
that,
full of grace.
that's in the Bible though. Like the
Like
Hail
Hail
Mary
Satan.
thing is.
Where is Hail Mary in the Bible?
No, her thing that she said, the Hail Mary, full of grace, whatever is a poem that she wrote that's in the Bible, correct?
No,
Am I
I
wrong?
don't know.
I never heard of it.
it's not in the Bible. It's,
Yeah, it
it's,
is. She has a poem that's in the
Google.
Bible.
Everybody got Bibles right here.
I'm pretty sure that,
No, it's in there.
no. Mary did not write a poem in which she said Hail Mary.
No, but yeah, it says Hail Mary, but it's the it then repeats what she wrote a poem. I am considered blessed and all that stuff. Right?
That sounds very conceited of Mary.
Hail Mary is broken up into two parts: who Mary is, and now prayer to Mary. The first half of the prayer. Always wanted one.
Always want money.
The first half of the prayers were 1 through 5 contained in Luke 1. The second half
See?
comes from Luke 1, also James 5, and various other biblical texts below. The Hail Mary is examined by line.
Told you it was in the Bible. I knew that the Hail Mary was in the Bible.
So that's an actual poem that she wrote.
No.
Oh.
Luke 1. Where's Luke 1?
So
Because Luke 1 is, I mean, the angel says, Mary, you are blessed among women, but
the Gabriel angel meets Mary with respect and greeting used in the for royalty. The text doesn't say Mary after hail, but is implied. Gabriel then proclaims that Mary is full of grace, full of God's own life and love. To the word, this is word for word. The angel Gabriel said that the Lord is with Mary. She is full of grace and his own life. Elizabeth,
But didn't she say something? I will be considered
the angel
blessed
came in,
amongst all
came in
women.
unto her and said, Hail, thou art holy, thou art highly favored, and the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women.
But what did she say? She said something too.
I don't think really Mary is quoted much in the Bible.
Well, there's only one spot.
And the hail comes from the King James version because it's the translation of the Greek.
Yeah, we're talking Catholic Church here, so it's going to be in the King James.
Well, I mean, what we just read tonight was done in the King James. So pretty close to the ESV.
Mm-hmm.
most of what they use now is NIV.
NIV, okay.
It seemed like a more modern
Yeah.
Catholic church.
Yeah.
Because the one that we went to in San Diego was hardcore old school.
So like when they were still reading Latin and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
still
when I
King
went to a
James version.
Catholic church, it was all in Latin. This was way better.
You can
Yeah.
actually understand what's going
Uh
on.
huh.
So now,
Yeah.
where does the value of the liturgy come from? All the ceremony of it all. What is the value that is just a reminder? Is the liturgy all for? What's the purpose of it? All the ceremony around everything.
It's literally just glorifying the process. So basically, you're keeping in like that, and that's actually what I like about it. Really, is it's consistency. It's the same, minus the first 15
I
minutes
liked
where they go through the
how
gospel.
sacred the communion was, and I've never partaken part of that before,
Yeah.
but I liked how sacred it was because I think personally I thought it was better than just like come on up and get your juice, you
Yeah.
know. I liked it.
What
I
church
liked,
does that?
Well, like
That's the house of
our,
prayer.
Come on up and get your juice.
That's how
our
we do it at the house of
church,
prayer.
our church, you know, like you just come up and you get it, and like we still, as a family, you know, do communion as a family. We pray over each other and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, this seemed like way more sacred. Like he holds it up, like, hey, you know, Lord, this is.
And says every priest does that differently.
Mhm.
Like where he held it up there forever and a day. It's not usually most just hold it up, say a little prayer, and then put it
I'm
back
sure
down.
he was blessing it or what.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming.
Praying over the
Yeah.
take it in or whatever.
And then you took the bread, but I didn't see you take the wine. Did you take the
No,
wine?
I don't.
You don't.
So
Okay.
and that's one of the changes that happened when I came back to church.
Mhm.
Was the they do it at every mass. It used to be just for occasions.
Okay.
Easter, Christmas, you know, the big mass.
Grinder said, I'm not swapping spit with other people.
So, and that was one thing you had asked too.
Coronavirus.
You asked about taking them both at the same time.
Yeah.
You take the bread, then the wine. Well,
Right.
some people actually take it and dip the bread in the wine and then do it that way.
Okay. See, that's what we did in Catholic Church when I was a kid. But
a lot.
it's changed a lot. Like I couldn't understand anything what was going on. I just remember always being in trouble for fidgeting. And there was it was a lot more up and down at the church I went to than yours.
Was there other questions that you were supposed to ask?
Mostly it was what are some similarities, what are some differences, and then what is, like, can the alternative theology or whatever, do they believe in the Apostles' Creed, which I'm pretty sure is evident.
Yeah, it was like in our pamphlet.
Yeah.
There was a lot more to it, though.
So
was the
there's the
Nicene
Apostles'
Creed.
Creed, and then there's the
Nicene.
Nicene Creed,
Yeah.
which is way longer. I used to have that completely
In-depth.
memorized.
Can you
More
recite
in-depth.
that, please?
The Nicene Creed?
Yeah.
No way. No.
I barely got it, the Apostles' Creed earlier.
6 more months.
He's under some impression that
But I
this is
did grab a copy.
Also in a stole.
No, he said take them. That's what he said when
Yeah.
he walked away from them.
Oh, I thought he said.
Oh, wait,
don't
the
take 'em.
Nicene Creed isn't
No, he
on
said
here.
take them to practice them.
Oh, I thought he said
You
you
can
can
Google
find
it.
them on the internet or whatever.
No, the
The
other one.
Apostles' Creed
Oh,
is on here. I thought the Nicene Creed is on this side, but it's not.
So, and that's the thing is during Lent they use the Apostles' Creed, not the other one.
Because it's shorter, or just because of the?
I couldn't tell.
Because
you
I
the
noticed there was
reasoning behind it.
the Nicene Creed. It just goes into more depth.
It's glorified.
And
Yeah,
and also
it does some explaining. But
the
the Nicene Creed doesn't
Apostle
say that he goes-
Creed
he
with
descended
them
into hell.
says
Yeah, he doesn't say
it
that.
says
He just
It just says that he was died and was buried, and then then
the Catholic
it doesn't say anything
Church,
about
the Holy
anything about-
Catholic
but
Church,
it did
as
say he
opposed to the
was
Universal
resurrected, and then
Church.
he
But
gets-
here it does say.
the Holy Catholic Church, not the Universal. So
So it's basically that's the only difference between what we use in the club and church.
Mm-hmm.
Is it says Catholic Church instead of Universal.
Yeah, Holy Universal, Holy Catholic, and liturgical church, or not liturgical. What's the other one?
but
Apostolic.
thank you for letting us come to your
He
church.
looks so Asian when he does that, doesn't he? Full on, like, oh, yeah,
That's
And I
just
think this is where we'll end this video broadcast. As always, stay humble, stay blessed.
support the 1% world in prayer.
Oh,
That's our mission statement.
it's kind of cold to be riding motorcycles this time of year.
You ever want to ride? Let me know.
I used to have a Harley Kate. My son's got one. My son's got a Harley.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I have four. It's fun. This was all
He's
in
triple
Texas.
blessed.
Don't brag, dude. That's
I've never
One's
enough.
broken, so that's no normal.
Never enough.
One's
Matter of fact,
blown out.
I come from where they make the Harleys,
Milwaukee?
Wisconsin.
Nice.
Tomahawk, where they do the all the chrome and the gas tanks, and then they ship it down to, put it on a truck and send it back down to Milwaukee. And
question was, how do you bring someone to Christ, or to faith in the Lord Jesus, and what does it mean to be saved?
Gotcha.
Yeah, right, exactly. But no, like the typical drives that drive people to do things or whatever, and kind of explain and show how they are
unfulfilling, right? You know, so there's only one thing that can fulfill you, and that's something that's eternal, right?
Right,
And what you're looking
right.
for is God, right? And you know, and you can prove through philosophy and intellectually that there is a God, but you
Right.
can't know God unless He reveals Himself to you,
Right.
right? And He's revealed Himself to us through the Scriptures
Right.
and through what's passed on throughout history, you know, in the church. And so that's how you come to know the Lord, right? You know, and so I would invite them to come share in the community with us and ask their questions, you know, because everybody's got a different set of questions that would
Right.
lead them to the Lord, right? And so ask them, what are your questions? What do you want to know? Don't be worried about offending me. Don't be worried about if something sounds weird. Like, you know, there's nothing, you know, there's no question that's too big or too small for the Lord to answer, you know. And I might not have all the answers, but somebody has thought about this. We've had thousands of years of history, you know, so we're going to have something to go from there. So, and then introduce them to the Scriptures, you know, the Gospels in particular, you know, that's a good place to start.
Read
'cause
John.
Really, yeah, exactly, yeah, because starting from, you know, Genesis, I mean, that's great, but then you get to Leviticus and everybody's like, what's this all about? You know,
Yeah.
like you really need to dig in order to figure that one out. But then, you know, kind of walk them through that, and just the same method that the you know, the apostles used, you know, you know, reveal them the Scriptures, invite the Holy Spirit into bring the conversion. So that would be that. Number two, what do you have to do to be saved, right? You know, so salvation is through grace by faith. And then our faith inspires works, right? You know, so like I know this is kind of the typical back and forth that we kind of go with between Catholics and non-Catholics is like, oh, you Catholics think that you can work your way into heaven. Well, that's not what we believe at all, right?
Okay.
You know, it's, you know, faith is what inspires our works, but like St. James says in his letter, faith without works is dead, right? You know,
Right.
if you're not actually, you know, living that faith out, you know, faith isn't just lived through an assent to a set of principles or doctrines or whatever. It's lived out through a life, right? You know, and so if we're not
By your fruit.
right, exactly, you'll know them by their fruits, right? You know, so if you're not actually living out your faith in a way that's pleasing to God, following the commandments, which are just basically the framework of what we're supposed to, like the baseline, the safety net, you know.
Baby milk.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But then once you're, you know, once you are established in the faith and you're living it out, your desires are to follow the commandments, right? Like you don't even want to sin anymore, right? You know, like that's as we grow further and further closer to God. So that's small, short answer anyway to a big question, you know.
Yeah.